All right, guys, this next topic that we're going to be talking about is going to be the Topspin Push Dink. Keep in mind that anytime that we hit a push dink, we have to feel like we're in control of the dink and exchange. That means that the dink coming at you isn't pushing you off the court, isn't pulling you out of position, and usually it's probably coming off a lift. It's coming off a lift dink where it's bouncing up a little higher, you have some time, you can take a little step back. But hitting a push dink is necessary in select areas. Just keep in mind that when you use a push dink, it has to be very selective, meaning that you have to be in control of the exchange. So some of the technique nuggets that I think about as I'm adding topspin into my push dink. I think something that should be said here is that if you like hitting topspin drops from the baseline, then it would make sense that you utilize that same technique as you're hitting a dink. Why? Because your third shot drop technique is a modified dink essentially. So if you like using topspin with your drop, it would make sense that you utilize the same sort of philosophy or the same technique on your dink. But when I'm thinking about adding topspin, I guess when I'm thinking about adding spin, I'm thinking in terms of less is more. A little bit of spin goes a long ways. So as I'm using topspin, I'm not using my wrist. I'm not yanking this thing over. I'm more so just kind of kissing the outside edge of the ball, giving it a little soft tissue massage. But I think the phrase that a little bit of spin goes a long ways makes a lot of sense. Okay, we don't have to overcreate, we don't have to overdo it. Know that we are playing with a plastic ball that is very sensitive. So we're just looking to get a little bit of top spin. We're just looking to get a little bit of brush on the outside edge of the ball just to get the ball to go down a bit more. But if I were to put a clock on the ball here, 12, 3, 6, and 9, as I'm hitting a forehand push dink, I'm going to be catching the ball at 3 o'clock. Okay? Catching the ball at 3 o'clock. If I'm hitting a backhand topspin push, I'm going to be catching the ball at 9 o'clock. Also too, some of the technique with my arm, okay? If there was a rubber band or if there was a string attached to my wrist and it also attached to my shoulder and my hips, as I'm hitting this topspin push dink, all those units work together. So think about the organization or think about the unity of your mechanics kind of being like a math equation. Things have to be correct from start to finish. And in this situation or in this shot here, everything should be flowing together and all the big pieces are going to work as a unit. So now we're going to be using topspin in this drill setting. So what's going to take place here is that we're going to be dinking back and forth. We are both looking to be offensive with that topspin push dink. But we're only looking to be offensive with our push dink when we have time, when we're stable in the correct location, when the ball is in yellow. Just keep in mind that when you're using that push dink, that all the little pieces have to be there. Make sure that that your preparation and your organization is like a math equation. Things have to be correct from start to finish. Okay. In this drill setting, so we're both looking to push when necessary. We are also looking to use a reset dink when we get pulled out in the outside quadrant. This is the outside quadrant. Also too, on this side over here, this is the outside quadrant. I would say a common tendency with higher level dinking is that we get pulled out of position and we want to look to reset that ball back cross court versus reset it back in the middle. Okay, so dinking back and forth, looking to be offensive, using that topspin push dink, and then resetting when we get pulled out in the outside quadrant. And then also too, if we get pulled wide enough and the ATP is available, you can look to hit you can look to hit the ATP. Okay, Jim, you ready here, buddy? Yep. Okay, let's do it. Okay, dinking back and forth. Okay, resetting back in the middle. Okay, there we go. Start working my topspin push out of the air or off the bounce. Okay. Jen, that is very nice of you. Very nice of you. Okay. Okay, resetting back in the middle. Move him around. Up, up, up. Reset back in the middle. See that there? Anytime that I'm on my back foot, anytime that my feet are still moving, I probably shouldn't be hitting a push dink, okay? That should always result in a lift dink. Sorry, that's my fault, sorry. Thank you. Look at those wheels. Push, push. Okay, I'm just kissing the outside edge of the ball. Okay guys, next drill here. This is gonna be catered to higher levels here. So we're gonna alternate feet, both using topspin push, trying to hit pressurized dinks. And honestly, we're more so just trying to push each other around here while being offensive with the topspin dink, whether it's taking balls out of the air, taking balls off the bounce. But we're trying to be offensive with our topspin push, and we're alternating feet, and we're gonna go both ways cross, okay? All right, Jimmy, let's do it, buddy. Okay, ready here, left foot. Okay, again, left foot. Oh, man. Okay, sorry, here we go. See, I'm taking that one out of the air. Honestly, this drill should more so be wrapped around. This drill really should pertain to who can move less and be offensive, right? Who can move less, be a bit more efficient with their movement, take more balls out of the air. Yeah, I think that's the main mission statement here. Here we go. Nice, good. Nice. Yeah. So great example there. You know, that ball was outside of Jim's semicircle. He was scrambling, he was stretching. Instead of him reaching and casting, he could be taking a little crossover step, stand a little tighter towards the ball. Okay. I'm sure that's Jim's first time ever doing that. Got me. There you go. Here, buddy.
Still thinking about that. There you go.
Nice. Good. Good, nice, good. All right, don't miss that one.
Slam that on.
It's pretty high. Pretty high. Again. Here we go, a couple more here.
There we go.
Nice, okay, feet in the correct position. Also too, as I'm hitting this, as I'm hitting this topspin push, yes, I am taking some balls out of the air, but when I am letting them bounce, I'm making sure that I'm like being explosive out of my first step, getting myself prepared and getting myself in a position where I can really start gaining more space and really being fine-tuned with my footwork that will allow me to be aggressive with that dink. Same thing here, backhand side. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. Working the forehand. See how I can just kind of stay in control there with the forehand, but I can only stay in control and pull myself out of position if I hit my spots. Because Jim, I'm gonna have you back in there. Because this dink, when I'm pulled out of position, is very different than me being pulled out of position and giving Jim a high ball, and then Jim, if you don't mind showing us, punch that baby down the middle. So if I'm gonna pull myself out and leave my partner vulnerable and put us in this 1 versus 2 scenario, I've got to do enough with that dink and still be on the offense. Yeah, and then just keep coming back to the middle too. Yeah, you're fine.
Keep coming back to
yeah,
the
here.
Okay. Well, that's there.
Yeah, middle.
The middle, okay.
Yeah, there we go. Nice, good. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, again, a few more here. Okay, work the footwork, get my feet in the correct position. Yeah. Hey Picklers, if you enjoyed this instructional video, do me a favor, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Okay guys, game here for 4-0 plus. It's gonna be a little situational. I will be the attacker. I'm also hitting topspin push dinks. Coach Jim here is hitting lift dinks, and he's the counter attacker. So game to 7, rally scoring. I'm working on finding ways to be offensive as I hit push dinks. You know, it's all in the same category. But I'm pushing with topspin, trying to find little areas where I can speed up. Jim simply is going to be lifting and looking to counter. Okay, rock and roll, 0. So here we go. Okay, very good. 1 to 0. I can speed up out of the air. I can speed up off the bounce. Okay, okay. And something I like, or something that I utilize, is that anytime that I speed up, I want either one to three foundational dinks that look identical to the speed up. So, Jim, if you don't mind, dink into my left foot. Dink to my left foot here. So there's 1, there's 2, okay, 3, okay. So, Jim hit 3 dinks there. On the 4th dink, I ended up speeding up. It looked identical to my 3 dinks. So let's focus on having that little disguise factor or the surprise factor. Here we go, 1 to 0. Okay, it's very generous of you, Jim. 2 to 0 here.
I'm trying to lift a little shorter, make it a little harder on you.
3. Like it. 3 to 0. Yeah, nice. Okay, 3 to 1. Here we go. Okay, see how I kind of held that, gave me a little added disguise, 4-1. Oh, no, it's back. No. Five one. Oh, that's the one. That's the one right there, baby. 6-1. Okay, 7-1. We'll go other side. Same thing. I'm still the designated pusher. Coach Jim is still the designated lifter, and then we would change roles. Okay, if you're pushing, you're speeding up, or you are the attacker. If you're lifting, you're the counter attacker. Pretty self-explanatory. Rock and roll. Let's do it. Thank you. Here we go. 1 to 0. Hey, it's a good ball. God, there's no mobility in these shoes at all. 1. Bad idea. Oh, that's the one. The old indecision, baby. 2-1. Oh, I was going to say, don't you dare. Don't you dare. 31. Nice. Here we go. 41. Play it. 5-1 here, right? That's the one. Oh, oh no. That's good hands over there. Okay, 5-2.
Nice.
6-2. Here we go. Yeah, Yeah. Okay, 6-3. Good hands, Jim. Oh, you're on it.